I don't know whether this has hit the news yet. I know it floated at their blog very briefly earlier in the day, but full JavaScript support is coming in for FBML within 4 weeks. So this is the traditional life cycle. This is what you'll see most media and design agencies doing. They are paid to do a job, they complete a job. So concept, design, develop, release, promote, maybe 1 million users, maybe not, who knows. What we try to go for is a more agile development. So we release it once, we know it's not going to be right, so let's fix it, because we don't know everything. We're never going to get it right first time. And it's an acceptance of that which allows you to build great apps and allows you to move forward. But the key difference is that you need to measure these metrics, and you need to find out what's succeeding and what isn't succeeding. And there's ways of doing this. The ways you need to try Google Analytics out of the box, it's free. Really, you should be doing this, no questions asked. Facebook-specific tools, there's Insights, which Facebook provides. Fantastic for giving you very basic feedback. Particularly interesting is the uptakes of your notifications and invites. Appsaholic and Contangent are 2 other very specific ones. And Automatic is an interesting one because it allows you to keep track of your competition, so you can see where their users and how many users they're getting a month are. So that's quite interesting. Contangent has some very interesting features allowing you to measure your very specifically and in greater detail your notification uptakes and your request uptakes. What we tend to do is roll our own tracking solutions. So we monitor every single invite request. Everything that goes out to users is monitored. We change them on a per user basis. So we load up maybe 10 invite texts, send out a random one every single time. Then we measure which ones are getting the highest acceptance rates and which ones are being neglected. And therefore we can tell you exactly which copy is working more efficiently than which other ones. And then we can optimize those texts based on that. So we don't assume we get the copy right first time. We write and as I say, stack it up, let it run and see. And you get that factor of 10 difference between a very bad one and a very good one. Bad one will maybe get 2 to 5% uptake. A good bit of text will get you 20 to 50%, maybe up to 80% uptake. So get your copy right. The interesting thing with this is because you're optimizing it, you might get your copy right one day, it's not right for the next day. Users get stale with it and it moves on. So keep optimizing. So that's what the copy is about. Your copy will not be correct. Keep changing it, keep moving. Feature set. Our idea is to release simple, get your base features out, and then keep going from there. So listen to your users, get feedback, adapt it, and move on that. They know what they want, and if you make them happy, don't go with one user, but go with the vast majority, then you're going to get more users. That's what your aim is, most of the time anyway. Workflow, keep it simple. Our key aim is to cut out as many pages as possible. A, because it makes design easier, B, because the users flow through it a lot quicker and tend to get higher engagement. Ads, similar with ads. If you're putting ads on your app, track their CPM and CPM rates. You'll find that CPM and CPC rates change daily, and different providers will give you better rates on any given day. So adapt your ads daily based on your CPC and CPM rates. Some guys are now allocating 10% of their ads to trials and running loads of ad systems, 90% running on the most efficient one, and continually changing the most efficient one based on their other 10% and what that 10% shows them is giving them the most money. So that's a big one if you're trying to monetize your ads in a good way of doing it. The problem is it requires a lot of users to pull it off. You need statistics on your side. Speeding up the site, this is another one we always try to do. One common mistake we find is that everybody who tries to optimize the site goes to the back end and goes memcache, memcache, memcache. It does optimize your site, but realistically your site speed, 90% of it is determined by downloading your images, your CSS, your JavaScript, and everything else, and only 10% of your download time is computing that page. So most developers will optimize like crazy in the back end. Look at your front end, get your caching set up right, and it will run a lot faster. But it won't ease the load off your servers. You've got to use memcache for that, but depending on what your problem is, give it a serious thought. There's a really good book on this called High Performance Websites. It's aimed at websites, not apps, and it's written by the guys who invented YUI Slow, which is a plugin for Firebug. It's a Yahoo team who specialise in this. All they do is working out how to make websites run faster. Again, just keep optimising it. It's never finished. Just keep going. I know clients at the end of the day give you a thing to build quite often to achieve it by, but you've got to go in a circle at least 2 or 3 times before you get anywhere near right. So that's it. So, oh yeah, we've got 3 new things out at the moment. We've just released 2 more fan pages, one for the new Terminator film, which is out in June, one for Punisher, which came out about a week ago, and I think quite a lot of you probably got an email about that recently, so that'll be the email. Friend School, which is the online friend tracking system, quite an interesting one. It's not officially being promoted yet, but have a look at it. Just search for friends, go on the Facebook directory. That's the one which will tell you how long all your friends are spending on Facebook without them having to install the application. So it's been a bit controversial, which is why we're not pushing it too hard. And we've got 2 web apps coming out shortly. Web ticketing and Mixcloud is another one I'm involved with, which is Nico's, who's one of the main developers on it, and I'm just helping out. So that was a quick